Okay, Reverend Crystal Cox here. I'm going to read to you for something new. Now, I'm going to read to you something that I posted today about the ground crew. It's really good. You're going to like it. Okay. Well, actually, I'll read you a couple things. So this is the Cobra information for October 15th, 2020. Okay? Okay, we are now, I don't need these glasses. You know, you'd think she would be ready before this, whatever. Okay. You know you don't need glasses when you have a laptop because you can make the screen bigger. It's true. Okay, we're now in the final phases. This is really the end. You can see the proof in what's happening in the world. This would not have happened if the dark forces were not extremely desperate, because they know it's game over. So this is why they're doing this. Okay, this is the golden age that we're all working for. Those who follow Cobra and the Galactic Council of Light already know all that. And also that we've entered the Galactic Society. We will never go back. We'll never go to a lower frequency. The darkness of corruption and the human trafficking, and we're never going back. It's done. The light is won. Okay, imagine all those wonderful technologies being released. Imagine being able to travel throughout the universe, and all options, all possibilities, endless possibilities will open for us. The future that is awaiting us is really wonderful. I mean, imagine all darkness being removed. Imagine all financial worries being removed. Imagine all illness being removed. And everything happens in our imagination anyway. Many dark scenarios have been preventing it, and even this scenario could be prevented most likely if certain people would behave differently in light work communities. So I was a little bit judgy there. Yeah. If only certain people would behave better, we could ascend faster. Remember to discern whatever it is that you're reading. And even the stuff that says it's Cobra. I mean, some stuff says Cobra was gone long ago. So it doesn't matter where the information comes from. Discern it for you. Know it for yourself. There is no one particular truth. There's only your truth. We're quantum. We create a reality with everything that we not necessarily believe, but believe to the point of knowing. Okay. Planet Earth is the center of the proxy war between the light and the dark factions of the galaxy. And of course, at this point, all those extraterrestrial races are not showing themselves openly. But they're going to. Trump was just asking, well, yeah, you know, I heard there was some UFOs. We're looking at that. And then talks about we have this big, tough military. As if we can't just be sent to other dimensions. And anyway. Okay, our galaxy has hundreds of billions of stars, and there are hundreds of billions of galaxies in the universe. So it will be crazy to presume that this is the only planet with intelligent life. Well, that really wasn't all that, was it, Cobra? Why did I even bother posting that? Alright, well, this isn't what I came here to read you anyway. That's just the Cobra I thought I would do. Okay, so this is good. This was posted by someone in one of the sites, anyway. It's ground crew. It's time to prepare for all waves to be completely removed from the MK Ultra matrix. So, MK Ultra, if you haven't heard about it, Google it, check it out. It's mind control to the extreme, like with certain celebrities or politicians, or but in essence, we were all MK Ultra mind controlled, and we're all part of the matrix, and we're all projecting reality. And that's why I always say we're quantum and we're able to shift realities. That's why you see things people identify with as the Mandela effect, because it's not necessarily a glitch, it's an awakening. You're awakening to the fact that you're in a matrix program, that you have an IP address, that you're digital. But our consciousness moves on. Our consciousness exists. I know, it's hard to digest if you're just new to all this, but ultraviolet mind control. We are being removed or unplugged from the mind control at an exponential rate. As always, how fast you are unplugged is in response to how your programming and cognitive dissonance dissonance responds to not having a veil anymore. The veil is in black and white. That is the cause of cognitive dissonance and duality of good versus evil. Humans are either programmed to see the light or white squares or the dark or black squares, not both. The veil runs in front of your pineal. It is a 2D flat plane that looks like a chessboard that is seen by you as black and white, which are both all colors of the spectrum. White reflects or projects. Black absorbs and injects. We see this as light and dark, internal and external, good versus evil. The colors are not seen because humans cannot see the short wavelength of ultraviolet light. You will see it moving like vertical lines up and down that move horizontally, left to right on black and white or light and dark. Okay, you got all that? Makes total sense. I've known so many people over the years that have said that they see the wall moving. You know, like in the show, the movie Inception, A Dream Within a Dream. You're literally building it, and you can see it build. And you know, Doctor Strange. A lot of the shows that when reality's being built, you see all of these little checkered squares. And I've had people tell me that it can come across as like white noise. I put a sound to it, didn't I? The specks can be so small that it looks like fuzz. So the black and white can look like fuzz in front of you because you're actually seeing the matrix. You're seeing the veil. Okay, within the black and white squares of the chessboard are colored images. You cannot see because they are ultraviolet shortwave lengths. Crew, it is not out there like your vision. It is not on the horizon. It is inside of you. You're projecting reality. You're creating reality. You're believing it or not. It is literally right in front of your eyes. Right in front of your eyeballs, being projected out of your eyeballs. Your eyeballs are projectors. Okay? So close, and the wave so short, you do not see it. You look over it. But you can now. And please refer to my videos and photos of the looking glass. I'll tell you the name of the person who posted it, but I'm not sure that they're the ones that have that. So you can look up stuff to do with the looking glass and Project Looking Glass. And you know, I watched a movie the other day, a kid's movie called Hugo, and they looked through a glass to see the trolls, the bad guys. Well, that's looking into other dimensions. I also explain why we are in a looking glass, how it pertains to time travel, and how past, present, and future are all in linear time. Okay, let's see. Okay, she says, my camera can see short ultraviolet wavelengths in macro, and they are violet, and that's what is called ultraviolet. These images run like a slideshow in front of the pineal, and are all attached to the ELF frequency, which is subconscious. Which is interesting, you know, the Bashar information, the Essani, E-S-S-A-N-I, you know, Bashar talks about that similar thing of like a slideshow. Like, there is no running reality. There's only one frame, one frame, one frame, one frame. And to practice suspending one frame and changing it into what you want. Let's see. This is the ethers, the veil, the fabric of space-time, the field, the grid. It has many names you already know. What you can expect besides seeing holographic light move as a wave. You will be aware of your thoughts, which are not words and sentences, but they are decoded into words and sentences automatically by the subconscious from the images within the ELF frequency. Okay, so when a thought comes to you, or is projected to you, or your programmer sends it to you, or those controlling us sent it to us, we know it in our language, right? We have thoughts in the language we know. There's obviously some sort of decoding from universal language, or even, you know, people that don't speak your same language, you're having thoughts, you're connecting, you're having telepathic energy, you're translating in your thoughts. It's phenomenal, really, that we think language, oh my gosh, I don't know where to begin, obviously. It's just marvelous. Okay, now that we're freeing from it, it's marvelous. Mind control is literally controlling and creating the thoughts that stream through your mind or subconscious, and you are completely unaware that your thoughts aren't your thoughts. So the proverbial they are projecting them to you. You're like, where did that thought come from? You're arguing in your head. Well, just know, if the thoughts that come first and feel excited, those are yours. The ones that are arguing or debating or talking a story or what if this or what, that's not you. See my head? Okay. Can you see my head now? Okay. You are not your thoughts, and you don't even notice about 1 million thoughts that stream through your mind every day. Your thoughts are not created in your head. We have been puppets to the MK Ultra Matrix. To expedite your complete removal from the veil, which is attached to you with an IP address, the unique to you, with an artificial atom, which is made in the image of God. Get it? Atom, A-T-O-M, not A-D-A-M. That attaches you to the images of the slideshow, which also create the linear time construct. Okay, leave time. Let it go. Take off that watch. Put down that phone. Unplug that alarm clock when you can. I did this for years. Living in a vehicle, removed myself from linear time, jobs, schedules, phones, even books, movies, removed myself from all of it. The only reference I had on time was sunset and sunrise. It is amazing. Leaving linear time is exquisite. The feeling of the moment, the water, the air, the stars, it's all so divinely exquisite when you step out of linear time. And that's what we're doing with the coronavirus, the Great Plague, the awakening. Stopping linear time. Regular jobs, regular rituals, regular sports events. We're moving outside of linear time, and that needed to happen. Another one of the great perks of the Great Awakening, known as Corona. You are actually entering space-time and leaving the absence of space-time. Time is only present in the present, so do not fear. You do not disappear. You've always existed, you will always exist. You will always know you to be you. At different levels, you'll have different accesses to different versions of you, more information as you can handle that. Time has no control over you. You've been existing in what you thought was time while it was the absence of it, which is why people say there is no time. Not because it doesn't exist, because we are not in it, and when we are in it, its presence, it is present, but we do not experience time, we experience self. That which controls your time controls your mind. And what you spend your time on is what kind of reality you're promoting. And your little elves or your little creators out there creating reality for you are creating reality based on how you spend your time. That was my quotes without the laptop movie. So next time you know when I go like this, it's a quote. It's not a seizure. The wave and particle duality is how you are attached to the matrix with an artificial atom. The wave and particle are not separate. It is the artificial atom with your IP address that is separate from the wave, which is the source. Not the organic you, because you are not separate from source. You never could be. Let's see. To detach, leave linear time. School and jobs and doctor appointments and sporting events, all of these rituals were holding together linear time, and that has been released and is being released. It's individual level, so those who aren't letting go aren't necessarily fully experiencing it yet. Okay, don't watch time, watch your thoughts. Watch yourself. When you lose time, you gain self. Awesome. Oh my gosh. I mean, time's been going so fast for me. Like, I barely get here, time it, day's over. Okay, it's dark. And just like those movies that lapse time really fast, that's what's happening to me every freaking day. It's like sand, you know, you can't even you can barely turn around. So, okay, watch your thoughts from a third person point of view. Look at it. The wave-particle duality only works in linear time. Linear time is created by the 2D image streaming in front of your pineal. You're projecting your reality. That's why they want to defluoride you and calcify this so that they can project your reality. As a child, you may have drawn stick figures in the bottom corner of pages in a notebook. Then flipped the page real fast and the stick figures came to life and looked like it was moving. That is how linear time works. It is 2D animation in 3D. Just like Bashar told us. We are living frame by frame. It's just that it's being flipped. Pay attention to the thoughts in your head. Once you become aware and observe these thoughts, you will see how not only the thoughts, but the reaction response is all automatic, and you are a puppet, and you have no control. That's why we teach here at Universal Church of Light, which is also Goddess Church, the ministry of the One, that it's all about your thoughts, your beliefs. Pay attention to every single thought. My ministry, my spiritual work, my healing work completely changed in 2016 when I realized that I'd shifted realities. When I realized that's how it worked and that I could do that in a physical way, like so literal like that, I realized without a doubt there's no one to save, there's nothing else to do outside of myself. The only thing to do is to perfect every thought. Remove every program and trigger, and to do this dark night of the soul, this deep, deep healing, you have to pay attention to every single thought. Is it your thought? What do you believe? If the thought makes you feel a bad or negative or low, unhappy feeling emotion, change the thought, right? It's not your thought. It's something else trying to keep you down so that they can harvest your energy. Knowing what's your thoughts, knowing the true you, is the only work that there is to do. You can't change other people or fix other people, and right now even save other people. You have to do the work yourself, for you. Okay, made in the image of God. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. To be conscious, one has to know they are unconscious and puppets. This information the occult knows and hides from you. Once you know, you can learn how to become conscious. Then it's a choice. They don't want you to have that choice because the entire matrix is going to collapse not long after we are all unplugged. So, just like the movie The Matrix, right? We are leaving the matrix and it's going to be gone when we're gone. So own your thoughts. Are they mine? Are they your beliefs? What do you believe? Was it your parents? Was it anything you're projecting past this moment, or anything that you might consider the past? That contributed to what you believe now? Ask yourself why. Why do you believe it right now? Do you believe it right now? Is it yours? Is it someone else's belief? And this is what we teach every second of every day, how important it is to know your belief and know what thought is really resonating, really the true you. Because otherwise, the puppet, the system, the programmers creating your reality for you, this is kind of how I do the unconscious. So the unconscious is back there and it's driving you, and you're the puppet. But when you're conscious of the belief, conscious of the thought, you're in charge. You don't have to change it. You don't have to make big radical changes in your life. You just have to be conscious that it's your belief system and your thought. And then you're the operator of your system. All right. Goddess bless you. Have a beautiful day. I love you. Know what you're thinking. Whose thought is it?